We're converting these 2 flats back into one house, and here's the progress we've made this week. As you may know, we're currently working on our WC room, which is placed just to the left of the front door as you enter our house. If you follow us, you will have seen in the last few updates that we have got to the plastering stage, so this is what we're up to today. Before we can get cracking on the good stuff though, we've got a few more plasterboards to add into the wall with our pocket door. Next up, I'm SBRing this blue moisture board because we've had it for a long time, and if you think your boards are old, it's always best to seal them with some SBR first. Lloyd then made a start on fitting the jam kit while I made us some lovely brunch. The jam kit is basically just the kind of frame that goes around where the pocket door is, so it's got something to close onto and it just finishes it all off nicely. We just got this in unfinished white MDF and we'll probably paint this the same colour as the room eventually. Now it's time to prep for plaster, so I got this beautiful pink scrim tape, so chuffed with this purchase. Scrimming all of the joins and the corners, but not to the ceiling because we're not skimming that. Now it's on to the fun part. So I'm going to mix the plaster now, so I'll be using this big bucket. The tools that I've got the handboard or the hawk, I've got a bucket trowel, I've got my plastering trowel, got this 6-inch brush, which sometimes we use for the second coat. And we've got the paddle, which attaches onto the drill. So that's the essentials. I've also got the speed skim. Don't usually use this anymore, but it has come to the rescue on many occasions. So always keep that nice and handy. So we're going to mix the plaster first. If you're interested in plastering, I've done the full walkthrough of the mixing and the applying over on my YouTube channel, so make sure to check that out. I'll leave the link for that in my bio. I really thought this was going to be easy, but it honestly wasn't. It was so tight for space in this room. I started off by skimming the 2 opposite walls, which were the smallest walls of the room, and while I was doing this, Lloyd was sound slabbing and plasterboarding the opposite side. I then moved on to the next wall, and unfortunately didn't film this one, I'm afraid, guys, but it's now onto the final wall. This one was a little bit more awkward with the doorway and I had to be really neat and tidy up to the jam kit, but I'm really pleased with the result of this. So this is the update on how the room is currently looking. So you go through the pocket door and now the room is completely plastered. It's taking a few days to dry out, but once it does dry, the next job will be to put a mist coat on the entire room. In the meantime though, Lloyd's filled all the screw holes in the ceiling. Because the room is so small, we only have 1 plasterboard up here, so we're not going to bother skimming it. We're just going to fill the holes and sand them back and then paint directly onto the plasterboard. Another job on the list is going to be to add our paneling. We're going for the wainscoting or wainscoting, please correct me if I'm saying it wrong, in this room, and then it's going to be time to decide the wallpaper. Follow for more updates and I'll see you in the next one.